All right, good morning, everybody. And I am back in Valley of Fire State Park today. Yesterday went so well that I decided to come back for a second day. And I'm not going to do a lot of filming for this today because, as you can see, it is still absolutely gorgeous. But what I did want to do is show you the most famous rock formation in the park, and that is Elephant Rock. And I think that is pretty darn cool. So, got a bit of a story from yesterday. So I had gotten out of my car and it's pulled off on the side of the road, which I'll be going back to. And I found this little gully and I spent quite a bit of time in there. And then as I was leaving, I noticed that a car had pulled up right in front of my truck. And there was a lot of room behind me. I pulled all the way to the front. These people had to purposely stop, back in, and it was a very small area, and they were almost touching my truck. And as I got closer, there was somebody who quickly was standing right next to my truck, don't know what they were doing, and then quickly got in the car and they left. Now, I don't know what was going on. And when I got to my truck, everything was fine. Nothing was out of place. Nothing was missing. Nothing was broken. But I had all of my cameras except for one bag in my car. I carry a lot of cameras. And so to try to carry them all is a little bit hard, but I like to have them with me just in case. So, not sure what was going on. I'm not sure if they were casing it or just about to break out a window and take everything. And I would have lost thousands of dollars worth of cameras. So today I'm out and I've condensed everything down. I did not carry everything with me just in case, but be careful when you travel, because even in a place like this, there might be people out here for the specific purpose of theft, going to cars that might have valuables in them. There's a lot of motorhomes out here, so people might be looking to break into cars and take what they can. So, but again, nothing was wrong, but just some advice. Even when you're in the middle of nowhere, sometimes people can be up to no good. But one more look at Elephant Rock. And now I am going to go about my business and take some more pictures. This place is gorgeous, guys. Less than an hour and a half from Vegas, and a world apart. Enjoy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to what is, in effect, the last day of my solo road trip. This morning I am in Goblin Valley State Park in southern Utah, and I actually left Las Vegas yesterday. Didn't do any filming, but I kind of want to tell you what happened. So left Las Vegas very early in the morning, and my intended destination was a place called Hanksville, Utah, where I wanted to photograph a formation called Factory Butte. So drove pretty much all day to get there. Started out at like 6 o'clock in the morning, got there about 3 in the afternoon, and found the butte just fine. It's actually easy to get to, and drove all the way out there. It was 17 miles from my hotel room. Went down this dirt road, a very good dirt road, and then I ended up getting to where the butte was and where I wanted to take pictures. And there was a smaller road that shot out into the desert going towards the butte, and I went out and I stepped in it, and it was nothing but gooey mud. And not wanting to get stuck out there, I abandoned the thoughts of photographing there last night. Then I got to the hotel room and was going to download some videos and do some stuff like that, and discovered that the Wi-Fi in the hotel room was basically non-existent. It wasn't strong enough to do anything. So basically last night was very boring and very unproductive. I was hesitant to go back out to Factory Butte this morning because when I was in Nevada just a few days ago, the mud did not set up overnight. It did get below freezing, but the mud didn't set up. But from what I can see, it did set up here. So lesson learned. I should have probably went back out there. I probably would have been all right and got the shots that I wanted. And there was a fantastic near full moon set this morning, and it would have made for some probably really good photography, but this is far from bad. So I'm gonna stop taking pictures here for a minute and just kind of walk you guys around and show you what is Goblin Valley is all about. Goblin Valley is all about these things here. Sorry for the backlighting. They are called hoodoos, and there's literally thousands of them in this little tiny valley. What's really cool about Goblin Valley is that this is not one of those things that you have to stay on a boardwalk or you can't venture off trail. This whole valley is a lot of footprints here, but you can pretty much walk around the whole little valley. You can go pretty much anywhere you want to go, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So walk back over this way a little bit. When I got here this morning, it was me and one other car, and I think since then another couple of cars have pulled up. So what I'm going to do is continue my photography for the morning, and then I'm going to head out, and my final stop, we are staying tonight, or I am staying tonight in Fruita, Colorado, and I am going to take photos hopefully this evening and tomorrow morning of the Book Cliffs area of Grand Junction. It's an area right by I-70. You can actually see it right from the highway, but it's a area that has intrigued me for some time because I mean, it's right there, and I think it's gorgeous. And I've got to go find the trailhead and get some lunch and all that. But so I'm going to wrap this up. I'll do a little bit more filming about some thoughts I have about being without Jennifer. And all right, before I get much further down the road, wanted to share some final thoughts on Las Vegas and mostly being there without Jennifer. Quite honestly, it's one of the most lonely and sad experiences I've ever had in my life. And the reason being is, partially because that's Jenny and I's place. Jenny and I have had so many wonderful memories in Las Vegas, not only as just the two of us, but also with our family. For several years, we took Mitchell there for Monster Jam and really just had a great time overall. I mean, but the sadness for me, I think, comes in two parts. The second part is the fact that Vegas is not what Vegas was a year ago. I mean, when Jenny and I were there just literally a month ago at Christmas, it was still pretty hopping, and I know it's probably a little bit of the off season for Vegas, but the crowds were just down. I mean, there were times that were just very few people there, and understand that Vegas is Vegas. I mean, Vegas has got some wonderful things and Vegas has got some ugly things. And when the people aren't there, I think it also brings out the sadness and the ugly things because the people aren't there, and that's all sometimes you see. I was going back and forth between the casinos, and there was a gentleman there, probably very homeless. So technically, we were between casinos, but we're still inside the casino, and he was smoking a joint, and he was shuffling around. He's probably been on the streets for years and years.
barely able to move, incoherent, probably has been on every drug on the planet. When I went back there, probably 45 minutes later, he was gone. So I'm sure security escorted him off of the property. But it just makes the sadness that is pretty much the world more prevalent if there's no happiness to be found, because the people that are there celebrating whatever just aren't around. And another thing I think I realized is I thought Vegas was going to be sad for me because Ginny wasn't there, and obviously it was. But I began to realize that any place that I go is going to be sad because Ginny's not there, even if we had never been there before, even if we don't have memories of that place. And because it's not that Ginny's fingerprints are on Vegas, because they are, but moreover, Ginny's fingerprints are on me. It was like part of myself was missing without her there. And that's really the point of going places with K&J. It's not about the adventure. It's about who you're with, honestly. I mean, it's about two empty nesters going out and seeing the world and having fun together in different places. Yes, the destination does matter, but not as much as who you're with. And so that is going to be my big takeaway of this solo trip, is that I really like having my wife here. I really do. I enjoy her companionship. We have so much fun together. We do so many interesting things. And I understand that as Chris G Photography hopefully takes off, I understand there's going to be times she won't go with me because, quite honestly, she doesn't want to go out in the middle of nowhere and take pictures. That's not her thing. And so there will be times that I will be alone. And when I get into what I'm doing, into the work, yes, it's not as, I'm not thinking about her as much because I've got other things to do. But man, when I was in Vegas and I was having my downtime and the photography for the day was done, I thought about her and how much I really wanted her to be there. So that's my final thoughts on Vegas. Please, 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 whatever you like to do, whether it's Vegas or Disneyland or the beach or wherever, once COVID is done, and I understand COVID has been just horrible for everybody, please get back out there and start enjoying what you enjoyed before, just so we can get back to normal. And I know we may never get back to normal. I'm no, I'm not be delusional that, this normal's over, but get back to getting what you like to do, restaurants, traveling, whatever. So, we can begin to recover somewhat as much as we possibly can. So for the moment, I am going to get back on the road and actually probably call Jenny, because I think I was just in a place where there was no service, and now I think there's service, and I think I should call her. So thank you for tagging along. And I'm not sure how much more filming I'll be doing, because quite honestly, this is realistically the last day. And I actually recorded a video earlier in Goblin Valley, and this is going to become before Goblin Valley. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it in chronological order, but we'll see. But thanks for tagging along, and I'm not sure how much filming I'll be doing, but hopefully you'll see this video on YouTube pretty soon. Thank you. All right, everybody. As you can see, the truck is pretty dirty, but I am mere seconds from home. I think I left about 6 days ago on my solo western adventure through Utah, Nevada, back to Colorado. And I'm about to see my wife and the dogs. So here we go. I am home.
Hold it a little close. Ew. Kind of a nasty drive home. Oh, hey everybody. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, Lil's and Rocket. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, I missed you guys too. Oh, look at Lil. Oh goodness. Rocket, where'd you go?
Rocket.
Dude, get in here. Rocket, no, out.
Come on.
Lily, look there.
Hi, Teddy.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. You look nice.
Thank you.
All right, so everybody, I am home, and pretty soon we will be planning our next trip, which is not a solo trip, thank goodness, because I know you guys got sick of seeing me. But for now, I'm Chris,
I'm Jen.
and we will be going someplace together very soon. Bye.
Bye.